Good to have you back on Newsday. Joining us to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world are Rise News analyst Emmanuel Lefeni and Dayo Shubawale. Gentlemen, always a pleasure to have you with us. So, Mr. Feni, what do we have?
Good afternoon, Good afternoon, the versatile Vimba.
Good afternoon,
Mr. Feni. We're meeting you again after your stellar appearance on the morning show.
Thank you very much.
Very great outing.
It's good to be back at this
Good
desk.
afternoon, Dayo. We'll start the review with these days, Nigeria's newspaper of record. The lead story: CBN sets new hurdles for banks, raises capital thresholds to 500 billion naira, 200 billion naira. Others separates new capital base from shareholders' fund. Capital adjustment to affect new applications for bank licenses submitted after April 1, 2024. Mandates compliance within 2 years, demands implementation plan. Access Bank will need to raise 248.18 billion naira. First Bank of Nigeria Holdings, 248.66 billion naira. Zenith Bank, 229.25 billion naira. GTCO, 361.81 billion naira, and UBA, 384.18 billion naira. Yes, the recapitalization of banks, which the CBN governor talked about some time ago, now is giving deadlines and putting figures to what you expect these banks to do.
Yes,
and
yeah,
of course.
If you cannot raise it, we'll go on that.
No, we're not necessarily. Yes, they have options, options of merging, options
to strengthen their base.
Going to the markets. I remember the Soludo recapitalization exercise when some banks had their initial public offer, and some of us became shareholders overnight. Because you can put some money here and there. But I think the whole idea is to make the banks stronger and ready for that multi-trillion economy which this government has been talking about over time.
I remember yesterday when we were talking about these issues, the financial sector is always thriving amidst all of these problems that we've been having. And then again, this is happening. So if they could be thriving, so this is a test. This is a test. So,
so they should be able to create banks that cannot fail.
Yeah.
So that the depositors, customers do not suffer. But it's only the strong ones that can make a deadline.
Well, they are up till the end of April to come up with their plans, how to raise their capital base.
You bet.
And they have 24 months to do that. So up to 2026 to actualize their new capital base. And of course, they can downgrade if that will make you live easy. You don't want to stress yourself, raise them up, or you can downgrade your status. And if you don't want to be a tier one bank.
People want to be big fish.
Then you have to raise the money.
Of course. That's the challenge. It's more of a challenge.
So they have 24 months to accomplish that.
And we're also seeing so many digital banks, if I may call them that. There's a lot of financial institutions springing around. So I think this is also important just to mop up any opportunists who may be playing in the sector and ensure that our confidence is restored. You know, there's been stories going around about especially the smaller digital banks that give out loans and how they manage the fintech space. So I think it is a really good way to sanitize the space.
Well, we just keep on watching. Yemi Cardoso making all the right moves, all the right notes, and we'll see how the economy responds to all these initiatives from the central bank. And of course, we see the success or the improvement in the FX market, let's put it that way. And we just hope it continues. Now, the other story on the front page of the newspaper, Delta killings. Defense headquarters declare 8 suspects wanted, embarks on enhanced operations. Warns killings of personnel no longer tolerated. Don't bungle probe. Resort to arbitrariness. Falana advises military. In fact, if we look at the Nation newspaper reporting this story, Monarch surrenders Prof. 6 others wanted over soldiers' killings. Yes, in response to the declaration of this person's wanted, the Ovie of Ewu Kingdom, whose name was mentioned in the military decision yesterday, addressed the media and handed himself over to the police. And it's quite important to note that, because Ewu Kingdom, it's not as if he's the traditional ruler of Okoma community. Ewu is a kingdom, one of the 23 kingdoms in Roboland, having as many as 40 towns and villages. Okoma is just one of the fringe communities in that kingdom, making with several towns, right? But to mention his name, well, he has done the right thing by going straight to the police. And if we look at the informed position of Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, that the military, they don't have that power to declare somebody wanted. That should be done by the police, and that they have to be careful so that they don't also bungle this investigation that needs to be done to get those who were responsible for that heinous killings of 17 officers and men. So I'm sure others who have been so mentioned need to also come out to prove their innocence if they are not culpable. And they should also follow the example of this monarch, go to the police, because to go and submit yourself to angry soldiers, before you'll be in the period to prove your innocence, you may just end up with some broken limbs and all that. So I think the police, the rightful security authority to do that. And I think others should just come out, if they think they are innocent, go there and prove your innocence. Dayo, you want to say something?
I want to say something. I commend the bravery of the monarch who has given himself up. But that does not, I mean the investigation will end there. They'll still continue with their investigation. The issue, the one thing I do not like is the role of Femi Falana in the matter. Look, let the army and the people involved and all those doing the work, let them do their work. You see, you do not come in the name of human rights. You see soldiers are killed, they are butchered, dismembered, and they want to act. You are saying that they even have no right to act? What sort of statement is that?
No, I think
that is what he's saying, literally.
No, he is saying that we should also follow due process.
They cannot declare people wanted? That's extravagant interference in this matter.
Well, that's the way you say it. But he's saying the police should be doing that.
Look, let him allow the system to sort this out. Like a monarch said on Arise the other day, he said this thing is oil-related. You get me? And that has been on for years. And that area has been ignored. You get me? In spite of all the wealth coming out of the place. Yes. So nobody knows the exact ramifications and all.
That's why there's need for proper investigation.
What is the role of Falana there?
Well, he is a concerned Nigerian.
No, he's acting as a human rights activist. You know, that's right. There's nothing wrong with that.
And he's saying that we should follow the due process so that people's rights are not breached in the process of looking for the culprits.
Who invited him?
You don't have to invite him.
Okay, go and join him. Go and join him in doing this. But I'm telling you, it is extravagant interest in our security matter.
Don't say who invited him.
Opinion. Yes.
I don't think we can remain silent.
How can you say they have no right to declare people missing? These are security people.
Declare people wanted. He's not saying that people they cannot be declared wanted. That the appropriate body should do that. The police should do that.
Who made him judge over this matter? I am saying my own opinion about him. Are you upset with that?
No, but those with a better knowledge of the Constitution are at free will.
The role he's playing is extravagant. Let people do their work. Do you get me? Human rights.
So, Mr. Shoval, if they don't do their work,
your freedom
let them be.
If they don't do their job properly,
you call them to order. Allow them to do the job first.
Okay, let's just move on.
They have killed people. Can they wake up the people they have killed?
No, you see, this is you don't jump into conclusion. Because
Are people not being killed?
no, they have alleged that these names.
They said even this member there, the army chief was saying that
no,
they are
but getting
recovering
to
ammunition and body parts.
No, you need to get to the actual
Said they are
killers so that
recovering
innocent people
ammunition
don't
and
suffer.
body parts. You know, I mean, we are human beings.
All right.
They're just
I believe
suspects.
we have,
Okay.
more papers.
Okay, let's look at other stories.
Yeah,
Now,
just
the Guardian newspaper, the Guardian, Nigeria's the Guardian newspaper, 6 months on, 76 embassies, 109 foreign missions await new envoys. Yes, the president recalled Nigerian ambassadors and envoys. Well, they have since returned home, but no replacement yet. Well, I want to believe that there must be moves to appoint new ambassadors and head of missions. But 76 embassies, 109, 6 months after to be without envoys, I don't think that's good enough, because by the time you are even recalling, there should be a plan in place to replace.
It means you have no representation all over
Yes,
the world.
no. Well, they will be charged their affairs who will take charge. Now, the Daily Sun newspaper, Ningi draws battle line with Akpabio, gives Senate President 7 days to reverse suspension or face legal action. Abdul Ningi, senator suspended for 3 years. Well,
Maybe Falana will represent him.
leave Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria. Let him be.
He's in the news. So we must comment on him.
He's a great Nigerian. He's a
I'm not
great
saying
Nigerian
yes.
who has been standing up, continue to do so
He's
for
criticizing people and
who,
criticizing him too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
you
if we-
love him, you love him.
No,
You are welcome
he's
to
a-
that.
Take foreign news.
Yes, let's just look at the Guardian newspaper of UK. The Guardian newspaper of UK. Famine is setting in. UN court orders Israel to unblock Gaza aid. Well, the situation in Gaza is well known. There's a UN Security Council resolution. Israel is still not budging. Now, the UN court has given order. Who will make Israel to obey international law? A country cannot be an international outlaw unto itself. The problem of people dying in Gaza, not only of bullets and bombs, but of famine, using hunger as a weapon. I think that is not acceptable.
Indeed. Indeed. On that note, we would like to thank you, gentlemen, for your thoughts on those issues. Emmanuel Feni and, of course, Tayo Shubowali. Always a pleasure having you both. Thank you.